Real traders don't panic, they profit. Hi, Dean Jenkins with FollowMeTrades.com, and this is the market update for the week coming up of March 23rd, 2020. And there's certainly a lot of headlines that would cause people to panic in the markets. I'm showing the S&P 500 chart on a weekly chart because you really have to kind of zoom out to see the context here. But, after an 11-year bull market, the S&P 500, all the indexes are correcting. You've probably noticed that. And if you look, where are we from, the beginning of this rally many, many years ago to the top and now down? We're still in the expected correction zone, which was going to come at some point with some catalyst. It turns out it was the coronavirus. But these two blue lines, which are Fibonacci retracement lines, 38.2 to 61.8, we're not even down to the middle yet. This purple line is the kind of expected open for Monday morning. S&P 500 futures are down right now, 94 points, about 4%. They were down 5%. They hit the stop level where futures, you can't trade below it. The Dow Jones hit a similar level as well. So, basically the circuit breakers for futures were kicked in for all the indexes. So this implies a down open on Monday morning. Now, as we've seen over the last few weeks, it can be down, it can be up, it can be down, it can be up. So volatility continues, but we are in this expected retracement zone here, and it's just not that unusual. Markets go up and then they retrace, and then they go back up and then they retrace, and so it's part of a normal historic pattern. And so, like I said, real traders don't panic. We look for opportunities to profit. Now, certainly here at Follow Me Trades, we profited early in this year as the markets went on to new highs, and we profited dramatically when the drop began. Now we're currently only have one trade open, and we're going to be looking and be very careful about the next trades we take. And surprisingly, the next trades we are going to take are very likely to be long. Going short right now, if you go look at pretty much any stock that's going down, it's been going down dramatically. And it's a little late to try and jump in there and catch a falling knife and participate in the down move. But there is likely to be a bounce up, even if it's short term, and even if it goes up and down to new lows, there's profit to be made as it goes up, and then profit to be made as it turns and goes down. And that's why we use technical analysis and risk control and all the tools that we bring to bear on trading. There's an interesting phenomena that happens after a huge drop. And on some stocks, this phenomena is called a short squeeze. And if you're not familiar with that term, what it means is that people have shorted the stock significantly, and there's a large percent of the float of shares that is short. 30, 40, 50% of the float is short. And if it goes up at all, everybody who's short then it starts to lose money, and they have to cover, and they buy to cover, and that drives the price up. That's a simple explanation. Here's three candidates that I was tracking just on paper last week: GoGo, ERI, and Wayfair. Look what they did on Friday as the market ultimately put in new lows. 31% up, 20% up, 12% up. And so we've got some cool indicators and ways to track this. And so that's what we're watching for, is bottoms being put in, potentially some short squeeze setups, on individual stocks, and maybe even a bounce here on the indexes. Now, it's not ready. We're certainly not ready to go long the indexes until there's proof and a technical setup there for that to happen. But it could. But meanwhile, individual issues, we have, again, some data and indicators and ways to track that when a short squeeze setup happens, and there can be a short-term bounce up as the short positions have to get covered. So, and then there may be stuff that hasn't gone down as much as the other rest of the market. Now it's going to head down, and there are sectors that are going up. Zoom's doing great. Some medical equipment providers are doing great. So there's always something to trade. And the more volatile the market is, actually, the more opportunities there are for swing trading. So we're kind of enjoying this market, definitely being careful and selective about trades. And of course, risk management is always the foundation of what we do here. But I'm kind of optimistic about the opportunities for trading in the market for the upcoming week and next several weeks. And we'll just see how it goes. But I think there's going to be a lot of trading opportunities, and we're going to try and participate and profit from that. But it's important that you use the same trading rules you use in any market conditions, any situation. Don't rely on kind of gut instinct. Well, I think that's as low as it can go. It's going to go up from here, and I can call the bottom. Be disciplined. Have a trading system. Have a set of rules. And if you want to follow along with something like that, you're invited to with my service. You can check it out, and we'll be firing off some trade ideas, I'm sure, this week and in coming weeks. And there's a link where you can, if you're not part of the service already, you can take a trial and join us and check it out. But meanwhile, the markets are down overnight. We expect a down open. It's normal. We're still in this retracement zone. No surprises here, and we'll probably get a move up at some point. The government is working on all kinds of ideas and packages, and the Congress is arguing, and they didn't get something done today, so that's probably why we got the overnight down. But I'm pretty sure they'll pull something out and offer some stimulus and help and protection, and the market will like that. So and that'll just present trading opportunities. So that's where we're at. If you got any questions or comments or feedback, I'd love to hear it. So type them in here on the blog post. Well, that's it. Take care. Trade safe. Only take the best trades. Keep the winners big, losers small. Always use risk management. And let's have some fun. Let's make some profit. Thanks.